Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, boys and girls. How are we all doing today? Yes, that's why I started it early because someone started talking about Elon. Oh, Elon. If you didn't do due diligence, you are eating it now. Right, that's all I'm gonna say on this particular topic. Obviously, like my boy should have done due diligence. He didn't. And so he is, the source of his own issues. And what can I say to that, right? Like if you're so confident, like he well, that's the point, right? Like if even I know that I need to do my due diligence, then he should know that he needs to do his due diligence, right? Ah. Well, it's just it's nonsense. Oh, it's starting. Okay. But honestly, this is just Apple, right? It's not important. Look at all the different colors of iPhones we're going to have in the future. Fantastic. No, he should have done his due diligence. Like if you submit an offer that does not include a clause for due diligence, you're not doing your own. You're not being responsible to yourself. So now he's trying to back out of shit because like the world, like he didn't leave himself any choice, right? It's nonsense. Leave yourself the choice. There is no reason he should. He. There's no reason for him to not include a due diligence clause because then he can back out of this no problem. Now, no. Anyway, Tim's talking. Right. So we're thinking MacBook Air. We're thinking, or I'm hoping for a configurable Mac Pro and a whole bunch of iOS and macOS updates. See, power to animate. Well, like they've already hinted that they have another M1 chip coming, right? And obviously the only Mac that's still on Intel is the Mac Pro. And the Mac Studio, even in its biggest configuration, doesn't really work as a Pro machine because it's not configurable. So that's why I'm saying this is that by creating a configurable Mac Pro with like slots that you can slot in as many M1 Ultra chips as you want, that would be cool. Oh, what time are we at? We're at 3 minutes. Configurable Mac Pro with slottable M1 Ultra chips, kind of like PCIe. I would love to see that. I think that would be really, really powerful. Yeah. Am I allowed to talk over him? Let me just check to see how this looks. Oh, that doesn't look like alumna. Empowerment is important. I like that that the park outside of the Apple spaceship is not perfectly manicured lawn, right? Like it's natural, and that's nice. Wow, 34 million. Push our platforms. See? Mac Pro. Craig. I wish they would take my ideas. You guys don't even take my ideas. Why would Apple take my ideas? Actually, we do have a counterfactual for that. Someone took my ideas and it worked out fantastically. So, you know what? Oh, we're going downstairs. Oh, you took my ideas and were wildly successful. Congratulations. Why is Craig wasting time? Is he saying that they have nothing good to talk about? What happened to Craig's voice? Doesn't that sound weird to you? I've watched so many of these now, but Craig's voice sounds weird. I feel like someone did an EQ pass on his voice. Someone did an EQ pass on Craig's voice. Oh yeah, they were going to do like updated lock screens and like widgets and stuff. This is cool. I do like this. Wow. Thanks, Craig. I am mildly excited for this. Except for these videos, right? Like, there's no point in that. Oh, you see, they're gonna put widgets on there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, those little widgets are nice. Not the styling, but the weather is cool. That doesn't look like a very big change. Especially if the widgets are Apple only. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So it's a photo style. That doesn't. His dollars look very happy. Wow, you can choose a font. If I'm honest, that's not a big change, or that's not revolutionary, right? Like, let's look at the widgets. Yeah, move the girls down. That that looks like it's not just pure iOS widgets. That's good. Wow. Craig sounds like he's having fun. Suggested. Is that Shanghai? Yes, yes. All dogs all the time. That sounds fantastic. It's amazing. I do like that weather. That's nice. No thanks. I can't I can't stand emojis. Oh my god. Oh, widget kit. Nice. See, that's what I was talking about, right? If it were only iOS widgets, then it wouldn't be very exciting. But as long as people can actually like put their own stuff on top. Also, hi Brett, how are you? Roll in. Nice. Nice. No. Can you imagine followings? Like getting a notification for every hoop? That just feels really ugh. Good job, Brett. Neutral is good. Oh, that's cool. I do like that, yeah. Oh, I could imagine that being like part of the activities app. That's good. I'm good, Brett. We're watching Apple announce their new I don't know, what would you call it? Software and hardware? Yeah. Wow. Nice. I'm not sure that really helps. Actually, I would love to see the metadata on how much the focus stuff gets used. Because it's. Do any of you use it? Actually, I don't care about the old people. Year one students. Do any of our year one students use the focus? Thanks, Brett. No, I'm not seeing much yes. It's mostly no's. Yes. No. Focus filter. Oh, that's cute. Excuse me. What if I don't use Safari? That's kind of cool. Nice. Of course, they would use Outlook. It's a threat against Google. It's a sort of very thinly veiled threat against Google. When they use Outlook, yes. Okay. That doesn't really help for. Wow. That doesn't help. It does that help? It'd be so funny. You're right. If that were Craig's text messages. No, no, I can't imagine that. Well, that's what they're trying to do, right? Yeah, by doing this, like by trying to tie everything together. The point of Apple, and we know this for sure, that Apple's next decade worth of expansion is going to be based on services as opposed to devices, right? You can only sell so many iPhones if there are only 7 billion people in the world, right? So and yes, even as you keep them upgrading, for people like me, yes. Um, even if you keep them upgrading, there are only so many people. And so once you have this market saturated, the only other way to grow would be via services, and that's what they're slowly building themselves up to do. Crunchy. Share play in messages. And so what you all type together? Uh, I wonder. Okay, another round of voting, not voting. Hands up. Who uses SharePlay? How many of you use SharePlay? Oh, okay. What do you use it for? I wonder if there's a. Oh, there is a subtitle. There we go. Excellent. I'm just gonna mute them while I look at this. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I suppose if you're running experiments, yeah, actually that would work, right? But I mean, you would theoretically be able to do that with Discord, right? Like you just put yourself on camera, or you put a webcam feed on. So that's not like it's not like a killer feature, right? Yeah, exactly. I want to see this part. Actually, give me 1 second. I thought you were selecting text. Oh, okay. No. Can we not have emojis? Oh my god, I hate emojis. Oh. Emojis are emojis are a distraction to me personally, right? So I'm not like I work best in a as boring an outline as boring a visual field as possible. So that's why I don't have like pictures of exotic places. I don't have funny inspirational animals. None of that because like I mean I need. Well, no, because I've never been diagnosed, but there's a possibility, yes. But the point is that I work best 18 minutes. I work best when I am in a boring environment. And emojis really impact that. Right? So that's why on Discord, I don't know. You guys might have realized that I often don't respond to emojis, or I don't realize that you have given me an emoji response because I simply do not. I don't have it turned on, so I don't know if you've responded. If you respond to a text that I sent, a message that I sent, live text API, great. Um, yeah, like if you respond to something I say with an emoji, I wouldn't have any idea because I don't have it on. Right? So, yeah. Visual lookup one. Like all of this OCR, not OCR. Just image recognition now. That's kind of cool. Taking the dog out. Yeah, this is what I was going to talk about. Is that machine learning is now so powerful in terms of image recognition, image lookup. It is actually fantastic. We are living in a wonderful new world for that, except for the fact that it doesn't work consistently enough that you can depend on it. Apple Wallet. These new features are nice though. Yeah. But like they're not no, that's okay. They're not how do I say? Revolutionary. Ah, fantastic. I wish I could just like have like TSA like the fast pass thing. No, no, they don't like me enough. But this also leads to another problem, right? If your phone is so entwined with your life, your phone is so much easier to steal and it's so much more worth to steal. And that's a problem. That's a core problem, especially for people who don't lock down their phones properly, right? Like I have to deal with that. I have dealt with so many of you who have like just done stupid things with your phones. It's true. This dude looks like an actor. I can't remember which actor. Oh yeah, this is the Square competitor. Yeah, I remember. I talked about this in the past. I think. Um, yeah, that like it's essentially what you could do in the past is Square would sell you something that plugs into the headphone slot. Apple Pay later. Nice. Buy now, pay later. Fantastic. Is this done with Goldman? It's probably done with Goldman. Anyway, so Square used to sell you. I think it was Square. Just check. Square company. Well, yeah, Block Inc. But like Square, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Where my boy Jack is now at. So they used to have this thing that you would just tap and then you could pay. But yeah. Wow. Okay, that is kind of cool. You could imagine like shopping at least the Apple store. Nice. But again, this comes back to the question from before, right? Like if everything is now entwined into your phone, and your phone becomes such a core component of your life, it it is more challenging, I would say, yes. Oh, look at Craig just like walking out like a boss. Oh yes, when we walk through Japan on, I think it was Thursday, we're going to do it over Apple Maps because it's just better. It's just better, unfortunately. It's true. It genuinely is just better. That's fine though. If they show this in like three-dimensional with satellite superimposed, oh, that'd be fantastic. Excuse me. There's no Hong Kong in there. How dare you? Well, because Hong Kong is a city that demonstrates three-dimensional maps so well, right? I do too. Oh, her wheelchair is amazing. I love it. Yeah, no, it really is quite nice. I feel like that overhead, that dashboard was actually from a Merc. Oh yeah, Merc doing a 1 million card recall. Ah, oh, fantastic. Love it. Big. Show us what that means. I don't understand why people would why scooter rentals are a thing and not bikes, right? Remember there used to be a huge push for bike share? I wonder what happened. Like, are scooters easier? I suppose they're electric. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe. Because then you can be slightly more lazy compared to if you were on a bike. Okay. But scooters, like, I feel like scooters are more people know how to ride a bike than scooters. I don't know if that's true. Are more people? Sports. More people know how to ride a bike. Scooter? Question mark. Oh, did he go change in this short amount of time? Good job, Craig. What is her title? Sport editorial manager? Nice. Ah. Oh, see, that's the thing, right? Like, ever since I stopped watching football, association football, um, I've just never really gotten into any other sport. Even tennis. I adore tennis. And I keep setting myself alarms that I should go and watch, the French Open, which is finished, or Wimbledon, which is starting in 2 weeks. I just can't. Like, even just putting it up, sort of like on a secondary screen, it just never works. Sports just don't work for me anymore. Like, I don't know. Like, my entertainment would be like a light entertainment would be like rereading like Lombard Street. Excuse me. Oh no, just my watch is doing something weird. Oh no, my watch is doing something silly. Hmm. Nope. Well, I'll figure it out later. That's fine. Wow, look at. I wonder if those are his two daughters and his son. Downtime, blah 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 blah. Really? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll add my parents to. It's true though. Sure, I can help. Yes, I'll help you set up the parental controls. Yeah, no. Oh, we should turn this into a paid for service at this point. Yes. Does everyone enjoy sharing photos with their family? Is that how that works? Never complained. Is that Craig's memoji? That would be fantastic. Oh my god. That would be so good. Actually, that's a good point though, right? Like a memoji is it's not just something. It's like a reflection of your inner view of yourself, right? So yeah, that's nice. Wow. Wow. That feels like remember like 10 years ago when people were talking about location data being an invasion of privacy. That is such a massive invasion of privacy. Well, it's true. It is, right? Like, I'm not saying that it's wrong to have these kinds of services, only that they how do you say that they should probably like this puts the onus of responsibility on the user to do what they want to do, especially people like you. Yes. Yeah, protecting privacy. Exactly, right? Like it's the onus is now on the user to make sure that they understand privacy. And the problem is a lot of you don't understand privacy, right? Maybe actually, yeah, I'll have to think about this. Maybe we need a lecture on phone hygiene. And is that how you spell hygiene? Privacy. Let me just double check how you spell hygiene. Safety check. Hygiene. No, and there's an I. That's what I thought. Hmm. It is important, yes. This is actually something we literally just talked about, right? Which is it's the onus is on the user to understand and know how to use such systems. And going back to something we talked about earlier, which is where the phone is all part of our life, that's, yeah, that's a bit of a bigger issue. Oh, are we talking about matter now? Yes. Fantastic. Every time I hear Freg now, all I Craig. Why did I just call him Freg? Every time I hear Craig, I just think like he's a movie announcer. It's fantastic. So the next big change in home automation, as far as we know, it will be Matter and Thread. It is Matter and Thread, right? Matter. Yep. Yeah. What time are we at? We're at 36 minutes. Next step in home, smart home. Because actually, IKEA has recently committed itself to also the Matter. Yes, Matter. Yeah, and so like a lot of the IKEA smart home stuff, like their light bulbs and stuff, are going to move towards Matter as well. And so then they can use so Matter is the thing, and then Thread is the way that they all communicate. Yeah. Well, the idea is then if everything is platform agnostic because you're all on the same fundamental technology, then it makes it easier for things to interoperate, right? So like say like you should be able to use an Android phone to control lights that are all bound to say a Matter hub like your Apple TV, right? Yeah, so that is the idea. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. No, someone fed me too much sparkling wine at lunch. That's cute. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, your security cameras, not the older ones. Probably you'll have to replace the whole set. But yeah, you could theoretically. You see, they're talking about security, right? That's cute. Wow, that is cute. Yeah. I don't believe that number. I don't believe. Oh, so if they mean 98% of cars sold, like newly developed cars, then sure, yes. No, no. What is iPhone going to do? Oh, heads up displays. That would be cool, right? If your iPhone can just take over all of the dials in a car, I would. I think that would be interesting. Oh, it does. Okay, that's exactly what they're talking about. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, Sure, why not, right? Like, let it control everything. Why not? Obviously, only on the more advanced cars, right? I like the idea of just the dashboard being a one big screen, and then and then your phone just like locked. It's fantastic. Yeah, I like it. But it would have to be a touchscreen. This reminds me of that EQS. I think was it an EQS? Let me look it up. Mercedes EQS. Yeah, I think it was the EQS. I'm going to upload this picture to Discord. But yeah, like it's essentially just one gigantic screen right now, and that's fantastic. Well, I mean, we don't have any inside knowledge on what Apple's doing, right? So I can only guess at what they're doing by the way they introduce things. And yeah, what what timing are we at? We're at 41 minutes. Let's say 40 minutes. Muse is called the Carplay instrument cluster thing. No, no. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, I'm just looking at my watch. It's all good. Nothing. That is cute. That is very cute. You could imagine because some cars they now have like heads up displays that um project stuff onto the windscreen, right? So you could imagine that this can also be projected onto the windscreen, and that's fantastic. And it's much easier for the car companies as well because they now no longer have to worry about like the UX, or at least part of the UX, right? Like they can just have a fairly basic UX and then push a lot of that excess stuff into stuff like CarPlay. Oof. We're gonna have a really long. Oh, I might have to go before we get to the hardware news. How annoying is that? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Personal. What do you mean? Oh, Quick Notes was not. Yes, 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 yes. It was only on iPad. Memoji. I thought it was called Memoji. No idea. Oh, Apple Watch. Right, forgot that was a thing. I think I'll only consider another Apple Watch when they change the form factor a little bit. Yeah, if it were like round. I don't know. I just like a square watch just doesn't seem to work for me. You guys have seen my new watch, right? Or some of you have seen it at least. It's it's just nicer for me. Though like these these watch faces are nice. Not going to deny that. No. Expansive display. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Whimsical. Wow. No, no, no. Maybe? No, no, no. You can't, right? Like, because so the comment was, could we 45 minutes? Could we just grind down an Apple Watch to be round? No. No, well, it's just because it's not reasonable. I don't even know how to answer the question. Because things in modern electronics, oh, we're talking about new workouts, fantastic. In modern electronics, space is such a premium that they would rather redesign a watch if it meant that they could use less materials and stuff more things into the same amount of volume, right? And so, like, there is no dead space in an Apple Watch. I don't think. If there were, I would be worried about Apple's sort of famously fastidious minimization of space. Yeah, because their engineering teams are very, very good at that. This is interesting. That is interesting. Well, you should be able to see those. If you're fairly consistent in your running style, then you are able to look at the superimposed two waves and find out sort of the lower frequency wave, which is your body going up and down. Actually, is it lower? It might be fat. It might be higher. Yes, that's cute. Maybe in the future we won't do this live because then like it just like especially for stuff like this it doesn't really matter the software side is great, don't get me wrong, but it's um because they're services related, because they are software related, they need a lot more explanation than they are necessary for us, right? So for us, the most important part really is the hardware. Because this I could have told you, all of this I could have told you in like 2 seconds. Things make it easier for you to understand how you're running, right? Excuse me. Our targets. Fantastic. That is cute. That is cute. Yes. Hit. Hit. High intensity interval training. It's this idea that if you do a certain set of exercises at really high heart rates, that it has the same cardiac effect as a longer but lower intensity cardio session, right? So the idea is if you take like 7 minutes and do 2 sets of 3.5 minute um, movements, then you have done essentially the equivalent, or ideally you would have done the equivalent of like 30 minutes of cardio. It doesn't end up being exactly the same. um yeah, like it's but it is close. And I mean, if you can only afford 7 minutes, obviously most of us can afford more than that. But if you feel you can only afford 7 minutes, 7 minutes is better than 30, right? So yeah. Ah, this is supposed to be a developer conference, but it's turned into a software celebration. Hmm, maybe, maybe. Well, because a lot of this is again kind of like really not that interesting to hear about, right? Like really what we were interested in were the hardware announcements and some like the announcements themselves and not the explanations. But obviously they have to go through the pace of the explanations so that well, I guess like for their personal agency. Yes, they have to feel like they're working. I assume it's going to be an hour and a half. If you guys want to just give me like I'll keep this on in the background. You can watch me, but I'm going to just have a quick meeting just out not outside the door. Yeah, yeah, you'll come in, but like not yet. One second. So we'll have that meeting. I'll mute my microphone. And if there's something interesting that pops up, I'll jump back in. Cool? Cool. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, let me do this. Uh, text intermission. There we go. Fantastic. Can we do that? Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the mic now. I'll keep watching this. You guys do whatever you do. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. No, no, no. Thank you. Medications are cool. Welcome or hi. Welcome. Doesn't matter. One of those. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Okay. Privacy is central. Just do this. Who are we sharing? I think let me turn this. Oh no, I don't want to do that. No, no. What time is it now? 56 minutes. Turning off room echo removal. Well, because I've had some comments about it making me sound a little bit muffled, so I'm just going to yes, just going to talk over this for a little bit. Here's John. Oh, we're going to talk about Mac OS, right? Because we're almost done. Why is she going up the floor? Are we going to talk about the M1 Ultra and the new Mac Pro? Come on, let's do it. No. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. MacBook Air. Oh, okay. So M2. Okay. M2 with the MacBook Air. Oh, Johnny. What's up, Johnny? This is exciting. I'm still. Oh, okay. Nice. I think I saw 10 GPU units. Relentless focus. I'm excited. I want. I want to see how much the jump is. Oh, okay. N4. TSMC N4. Yeah, at the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, whatever. Yeah. Good. That's really interesting. Ooh. Well, because the idea here is you do the same thing that you did with M1 Pro, Max, and Ultra by exactly. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. I like that. Okay, so 20%. That's not a lot, but like yeah, it's eh, eh. More noisy system. Nice. I'll be. I mean, that is pretty impressive. We'll see what the benchmarks say, right? 10 core GPU. We talked about this. Yes. So the claim is that this will come out on the MacBook Air first. Oh, you see that? So the graphics on M2 chip are at 15 watts. Yeah. I think Intel will catch up though. Like they have to, right? Like barring a complete rethink in architecture, Apple's increases are going to be limited to 10 to 20%, and it'll be based mostly on the increase in the physics, like the physics of the processor itself. So yeah, cool. Second, that is cool. Multiple streams of 8K. Well, that's why they enhance the base memory in M2, right? Because then that means if you scale this up in the same way that you scale the Pro and the Ultra and whatever the last chip is, when you scale that, you'll have more maximum memory and much higher bandwidth, and that's fantastic. MacBook Air. I, yes, you will see me with one of these. Yes. There's no arguing that. Yes, I will be getting one of these. Uh, oh, I just like it's a wonderful piece of kit, right? I still have the M1 one that I'm using right now. You guys have seen it. I just hope it doesn't look like the MacBook Pro. I really don't like the current generation of MacBook Pro. I really hope it doesn't look like that. Um, because it's just oh, it's gonna come out in blue. Fantastic. Black keys. I'm seeing black keys, black bezel. So the all white thing is wrong. That's good. Ah, can you feel my enthusiasm waning? No, it's fine. It's fine. I will definitely be. I will be. But like, yeah, it's nice. I just hope it's thinner than. But it's like the design language on it is dated, right? Like you guys remember when they first announced the new MacBook Pros? I wrote an entire opinion piece on the internal struggle between Apple's design department and technical department, right? Essentially, the struggle of a succession struggle between Joni Ive and Tim Cook, and obviously, and Tim Cook won out. But when Joni left, it really did take like. Don't get me wrong, I detest Joni Ive. But like what we're at 64 minutes. Don't get me wrong, I detest Joni, but him leaving really took away from the design of modern um MacBooks, right? And so the point is, you look at these machines and they're fine, but they've stagnated in design while forging ahead in technology, and that's like that's fine for a company that's not Apple, right? Oh, we're getting liquid retina. Okay, so we are getting the notch. Fantastic. The notch is fine. I'm fine with the notch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Oh, better colors. Good. So one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of my color work on my MacBook Air isn't that the colors aren't accurate. It's just, like it feels inaccurate when I have a better monitor. So, excuse me. Can I stream on this? That's a good question. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I might be able to. Yeah. Like, can you imagine? I don't have to stream with a microphone. That would be really interesting. Maybe we'll get a Tim Cook style one more thing, or not Tim Cook style, but like Tim Cook will try the Steve Jobs style one more thing for the new Mac Pro. How about that? That would be nice. Mm. Presumably, we'll still get the cut down version of the M2 at the base level. So perhaps like for the N1 we had the same CPU, but we had a MacBook Air that had 7 GPUs as opposed to 8. So maybe we'll see in the M2 version we'll see one that has only 8 GPUs instead of the 10, right? Or maybe even further down, right? Like it depends on how the chips are binned properly. But presumably they will start seeing some of those issues. Like they will definitely see those issues. What am I saying? But like they will see those issues and they'll bin the chips depending on how many. Oh, cool! I like that. The two USB-C cords, yes. Oh, but the adapter you sell is not 60. Anyway, yeah. So when processors come out of the factory, they're not all going to be perfect. Like that's just it's unreasonable to assume so. So what people do is if you make the same processor, but when you test it, you see, oh, this chip, one of the GPUs doesn't work. So then you try to bin that, and then I, oh, I just saw a newsletter. Anyway, the point is, you bin that to you disable those two graphics units or one graphics unit, and then you sell essentially a cut down version of that for slightly cheaper, as opposed to having to throw it out, right? So it's nice like that. I am going to get the blue one. Yes, it looks fantastic. I mean, yeah. I don't know about the toast, but definitely. Is it trying to be Zen? I don't get the hamster, but that's fine. It's not important. Ah, okay, can we get on with this? Just get on with it. Yeah, the design. I wish it were a little bit square, right? You know the edge on the bottom. Yeah. I. Oh, oh, there we go. Oh, so another MacBook Pro. Yes. So they're going to what? Hmm. We thought they were going to cancel this one because, well, so see, the thing is, we did actually think that they were going to cancel this because if you have a 14-inch MacBook Pro, right? Like, why do you need a 13-inch MacBook Pro? But and this is the key, right? Like, it is technically because the 14-inch MacBook Pro is using a different processor. So you could imagine that like the 13-inch MacBook Pro continues to exist for people who, but like in terms of in terms of pure number crunching, it doesn't. Oh, I see. It's a better screen, maybe. Sure. So certainly the Pro has more batteries, and it has the whole point of active cooling means that the processor can work at its maximum a little bit longer. But whoever needs, like, if they need that extra time, they will presumably get a MacBook. I don't. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's actually that's cheap, isn't it? That's interesting. Well, because yeah, so the point is the M1 is still very much a capable SoC, right? Even today, compared to everything that Intel's coming out with, it's still decent. Now tell us about Mac Pro. Come on. I like that blue. I like that blue. We're gonna talk about Mac OS now. Fantastic. Thanks, Freg. I'm just gonna call him Freg from now. Forever in my mind, he's gonna be Freg. Oh, they haven't even gotten the iPad OS yet. Do I have time still? Okay, so I might have another 20 minutes. Yes. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Maybe in the future I should do this while talking in a very monotonous voice so that you can use it for sleep. Wow. We're gonna get mammoth, right? Yeah. Wow. Wow, Freg. Oh, it's not mammoth. Wow. He does sound like a movie announcer, doesn't he? And also like his voice is I feel like it's passed through a band filter. Oops. That's okay, don't worry about it. Oh, that's cool. So essentially you get to like save a certain window configuration. Yeah. If you guys have seen my laptop, it's even worse than okay, that's not as cool. Yeah, eh. No, it's not. Okay, there we go. See, that's what I was talking about. Yes. There you go. There you go. That isn't bad. That is actually quite good. Yes. Talk to Freg. That looks pretty good. That could be improved though. Oh, across all platforms. That is cool. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's much nicer. Actually, I really like the timer for the thing. I was hoping that they would bring it over, much quicker. See? I do have to go. Ah, that's annoying. Uh, well, yeah, no, my meetings here. Oh, how? Where's the tab? That's nice. I like that. Okay. Anyway, I do have to go for today. Thank you very much. um. Oh, wait. What time is it? It's. Let's say it's at 70 minutes. Craig. Craig. Yeah. Will be known now as Freg. Actually, Freg. There we go. Okay. Anyway. Enjoy the rest of the. It's if there is a one more thing by Tim Cook at the end, I'll be very happy. But yeah, we'll talk about it privately instead. Anyway, we're done for today. Yes, yes. Thank you very much for watching. In conclusion, please download Firefox. Please don't do Chrome. And I shall see all of you tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? Oh, I closed that. Why did I type that? I closed that. Minecraft House 2. Okay. All right. Yes. Bye now. Have fun.